And we are live. Hello and welcome. This is Highly Articulated. I am Adam. And since it's Saturday night, it's got to be Saturday Nights Live. We have got a really fun episode lined up. We've got a bunch of people that are going to be on the show. We're going to be unboxing some Illythia figures. We are going to be chatting about Illythia. We are going to be chatting about Mythic Legions in general. We will probably get off topic. We'll see where we end up. We'll see how long it goes. We usually shoot for an hour, but I have a sneaking suspicion we may go a little over this week. But without further ado, let's bring on some of these randos that don't opt. Well, let's start with some of the guys that are on a little more often. Patty, you've got a muted mic. We've got Eddie.
Hey, what's
up?
We
talk about Eddie all the time, but Eddie never wants to come and join us because he's too busy eating at really interesting restaurants.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I love this place, man. This is where I want to be instead of a restaurant, okay? This is the #1 spot on Saturday nights.
I'll tell you what. I'll text your wife.
Don't tell my wife. Don't tell my
wife. We've also got no stranger to the show, but I can't get him on here. Okay, there we go. Greg Shaw. Greg, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Greg?
How you doing, guys? Good to be here.
And the myth, the man, the legend. Are you guys ready for it?
No, I'm not.
Oh
boy!
No.
Whoa! Was that collectibles?
Oh wait! Does he want to talk? Does he want to talk?
I think I might have hung on a little too long there.
He's real.
He's real. Ladies
not
and
a
gentlemen,
robot.
man.
Not a robot.
we have Mythic Mike of eCollectibles taking a break from a relaxing cottage getaway. He's been boxing and shipping figures like crazy for the last couple of days.
My fingers hurt.
What's the rough cost of packing tape that you think you had to invest in these shipments?
Oh my goodness, it's astronomical. No, it was a good week. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you very much, Greg. It's really nice to talk to you in the flesh. This is the first time,
man, you too.
Considering how geographically close we are to one another.
I know, we're like, you're like, whenever we get like horrific wet weather, we're actually both experiencing it at the exact same time.
We both have the same power outages.
The same cloud is casting shadows over your two houses.
Exactly. Speaking
Mike,
of which, I hope our East Coast friends are doing okay. I know Trevor was kind of right in the middle of it.
What about Steve is on the rock, right?
Steve Power. Yep. Greg and I know very well. Steve Power is he's on the rock. He's out in Newfoundland, eh? But I haven't heard much from him. He's been posting his regular weekend posts, so I'm not too worried until I don't start seeing his posts.
I believe it's Halifax that's getting hit right now, but I might be wrong. Yeah,
I know that Port aux Basque in Newfoundland is like underwater. It's like totally swamped. So yeah, geez, Lord Thunderbye, I hope he's okay. So yeah.
Now, if you're watching from outside of Canada and have no idea what we're talking about,
storms.
We have hurricanes.
No, they know that there's a storm on the East Coast, but they might not know what we're talking about as far as locations and stuff like that. But anyway, Mike, you sticking around for a bit, or?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's get into it. We got our Illythia Wave figures. We've all been waiting different amounts of time. I was the last one to get into this line. You guys all bullied me into it.
Real arm
January. And I was lucky enough that Mike still had some stuff available to order. And I will say this right now, on ecollectibles.ca, there is still a little bit of Illythia stuff left. Yeah. So if there's a couple that you're missing, or if we talk about one that maybe you didn't get and it changes your mind or whatever, hit them up quick, because they're not going to last. They're selling out quick. Before we went on, he and I were kind of chatting about that a little bit. There's not much left, so just keep that in mind. We'll just quickly jump into the comments here and see who's hanging out with us. The Rabbit's Den Collectibles.
Hey, Marco.
Let's go.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Jim Harnick is here with a drink in hand, presumably.
Cheers.
Ray, who wanted to be
Whoa.
here but just couldn't kind of get everything set up in time. But happy to have you, buddy. He's probably going to be firing while I'm scrolling through the comments now. Yeah, he's going to be active in the comments. Numbskull Shots.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Num. All right.
None, buddy.
Scott Baker. Scott, I'm glad that you could make it at the beginning. Scott has a nasty habit of showing up as I'm signing off, saying, "Hey, everybody." And Jonathan Stoner. Good evening, buddy. What's going on, everybody? What's good? Let's talk Illythia right off the bat. First impressions, Patty.
Probably the best wave that I've had in hand so far, and none of them are. None of the waves I've previously got are bad. This is just like next level, and I'm gonna say this multiple times during the stream. C. Jessam, man, that guy, this product. I mean, he's a wizard. It really takes it to the next level. Like the sculpts are all fantastic, and you were mentioning before, like Mike, you're running a little low on certain items on stock. Guess what? They're all winners. The ones that you have left are still absolutely 10 on 10s. I don't think I have opened anything so far that isn't a 10 on 10 so far.
So in the pre-numbers, there were some sleepers in the wave based on what was kind of around. But as soon as I got everything in hand and like kind of saw all of them, I'm like, there's not a single slouch in this whole batch. Like it is a fantastic wave. Just because you mentioned that, Mike, by the numbers, which character figure was the slowest? What was the Bardrick or Krotos? But then Krotos got Krotos got a massive push when Jeremy put out that Silver Thorn.
Yeah, that guy looks awesome.
That he had done.
Oh, he's so good.
He's a wicked figure, and so is Bardrick. Bardrick is a great figure as well.
I find with Legions, a lot of these smaller characters, the just anything that isn't a full size, sometimes like at the beginning, people sleep on them, right? They're like, oh, the price point, it's the same, but this and that. But man, Kratos is amazing. Like I'm losing it. Bardrick too. But wow. And I wasn't even a fan of this faction to begin with. This is really more of an Adams faction wave, if you want. But I think they're fantastic.
Yeah. They're amazing.
You know what? The polls might not reflect it, but a lot of the people that are like kind of emailing and sending messages to us about the wave, they're like, I'm Ilona's flock kind of guy type of thing. I think it's fairly popular.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I think even if you're not a Ilona's flock person, you know, I think Bardrick being a 1.0 elf, I think a lot of people like. I've seen this often. There's a lot of people making the comment that I was not a big fan of 2.0 elves, but 1.0 elves are something that I could get into, which is weird because I love the 2.0s, but I'm also late to the party, as is Ray.
Holy shit. It's your What's up, man? Yo, what's up, boys?
NyQuil, and here he is.
I had to jump on, man.
You know who's gonna pop up? Johnny's gonna pop up with ice cream at some point. I'm calling it now.
You got Mike. I think he's literally packaged himself in a box.
I have.
What is this?
I'm on my way to the West Coast.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I think Mike's in the witness protection program, man.
He's Mr. Wilson, man.
Figure. He's a chase figure. It's a variant. Somebody's gonna get it. Be very excited.
You guys kill me, man. What's going on, boys?
A one of one. Jim says Kratos is amazing, especially without his pauldrons. Yeah, that's
agreed.
Hey, can I see that? Hold it up. Oh, okay. Wow.
I mean, I'll get him out of the box when we get around to the point of the video.
Jim's absolutely right on that one. Like, without the pauldron, he's still amazing.
Yep.
Ooh, someone's echoey.
Nobody talk.
I can't honestly. I should have headphones, but I got nothing, man. This is I'm very unprepared, and I'm echoing too, aren't I?
Yeah, I think it's right.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can join it with my laptop or something.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Live TV, baby. Live TV.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. Jim said pauldrons are too big for him.
Ooh, the echo.
The echo remains.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here, I'm gonna mute me and see if it's.
Is it Greg?
Oh, could be.
Uh-oh. It's gone.
We found the culprit. No.
Okay, let me turn down the volume.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Greg's old, so he's got his volume all cranked up. That's what it is.
Okay, how's that? Any better?
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's good.
All right, good.
it's better. Jim says it's just a NASCAR ad with the echo. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Realistically, it's a Mythic Legions ad, regardless. So, should we? First, I got first impressions from Patty. Are we? Should we go through everybody's first impressions? Do we all just agree that these are amazing? Should we just get into the figures?
Oh, they suck.
Okay, Greg, go ahead.
No, I mean obviously same thing. It's like I didn't go all in. I mean, originally I just went 2, but now I think I'm everything except for Illythia herself.
I was gonna say, Greg, I think you ended up again. Photo finish.
Yeah. Am I? but yeah. I mean, they're all just amazing. Like I'm just blown away. Like when I say like they love the camera, they love the camera. Like you cannot do wrong. So amazing.
Eddie.
Yeah, I opened up a few figures, but like what Patty was saying, the CJ's like tailoring, it's amazing. And the new plastic they're using on these figures, it seems like it's better, it's more pliable. It's just they're not as like rigid or brittle, I think. The quality is excellent. I really love this wave.
That the new joints bend a little bit farther, like another 5 degrees or so, which is amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I opened Silvercord this afternoon, and I was really surprised at how well she holds her bow and the arrow. I was a bit nervous beforehand, but she works.
Oh, and
that figure is my favorite. She's awesome.
Oh, looks fantastic.
The paint apps, the deco on that bow, like it looks like an antler. Like it looks like it should. It's phenomenal. The fact that these are like head to toe painted really just makes them pop. And the fact that the leather looks like leather is pretty remarkable.
Do you think they're gonna keep the standard for the soft goods for the skirt pieces for all figures, not just the deluxe ones? Like, because Baron Voligar still has the plastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if they're gonna eventually, do you think they're gonna eventually release all of them as soft goods? Because man, those things are amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with the All Stars 5+, right? There's a couple figures that have that sort of front skirt loincloth piece, and they're coming with both. So they're coming with the fabric piece as well as the plastic, because there was a bunch of pushback from people that sort of said, I've got all these years of figures with the plastic one, and I would like to sort of keep that rolling. So I don't know whether that's going to affect future waves, whether they're sort of doing it to phase that out, or whether they will keep doing that going forward.
I think there's another reason too, is that the customizers they can paint the plastic tabards.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff,
right.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So
This is a functionality part. Like, you don't have to take out the skirt piece just to ride the horse, right?
Yeah.
They don't look like they're like naked there.
Given
They don't have that little plug hole.
Yeah, there's like a little vine in their groin. So, but yeah, I love this thing, man. This wave is spectacular. It's amazing.
Just one last general impression is that this is like a superstar, man. Like, I thought this was going to be another dwarf where you're like, you can kind of pose it. You're sort of ham-fisting him into something that looks like he's trying, like he's running while he's trying to take a poop or something. But like this thing though, man, it cranks around like the limbs. Like, I don't know what they did to essentially a dwarf body, but it moves amazing. And all the stuff that this comes with, like the weapons, the chains, the wings, like, I don't know how this is not more. Like, I mean, everyone wants stuff for cheap, cheaper, but this is like high value, like super high value.
Varg was one of the last ones that I added to my order, and I'll be honest with you, I don't love the head sculpt, and I don't love that he's a dwarf size, which is why he was sort of the last one. But looking at the potential for customizing with that figure, so the bear vamp arms, the like leather wrapped, the bear hands, the bear feet, the wings, the torso, like there's just so much that you can do with that figure that I think, now you may disagree, I think he's going to have a value similar to something like the Barbarian Builder, because that may be where we get sort of bear vamp skin. We might not see that again for a long time.
And that's why when we were talking, I just shot Mike another order.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one that people should hop on.
Ray put one in this morning, actually.
Yo, what's that? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
This is my Halo headset. Look at that.
You got your fan on again, Ray.
I do have my... I gotta have my fan, man. I gotta have my fan. Sorry, I heard my name. What did I do this morning?
I was saying that you put it in order for an ARG.
Yeah, honestly, I think I sent a picture to the group there, where because he comes with chains. I don't know if anybody can show it off. I don't have it, right? And those McFarlane, whatever they're called, 40K. I call them vampires, but they're not.
Those
they're
Warhammer
like
guys.
What are they called? There's something like I can't remember what their name is.
Oh, like death.
Someone's getting it. I think Eddie's getting it. Yeah. They look like vampires.
Demon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the demon thing. We're all like turning into Eddies. Like, we can't remember the actual names of it. But yeah, I got like 5 of those. So they're, to me, Ed, you got it?
Right?
What the fuck?
Oh, Mapper. Oh, you didn't mean. Okay, this guy. Yeah, this guy. That's the one. That's the one.
Good. That was good. I thought you
meant
anyways.
Sorry.
No, I got like 5 of those things, and to me, they look like so Mike, what's going on over there, buddy? You look like you're
He's just creeping around in the.
It feels like
it reminds me
Watching Blair Witch Project, man.
I was gonna say that. Literally, are you okay? You being murdered? But yeah, I got 5 of those vampire guys, and I put the chains around the neck of it, and it's perfect. If anyone's played around with it or opened it up, it's actually there's like a little break in between. Be careful with the plastic though. Like, I was really careful. I'm gonna snap one of these things, but they kind of open up, and they're pretty good. They're pretty pliable, and they just look wicked. And there's real chains. Like, that's madness. That's absolute madness. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see him fitting in with the Gene Stealer, like Jim.
Gene Stealer, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Credits to Jim on that one.
Yeah.
Jim's usually on point, so that's that's good.
One sec.
So Jim was saying that he preferred the plastic skirt because he does a lot of like underwater shots.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
Mike's
Those shots are amazing.
it's funny he mentions underwater, because for me, when I opened one of them today, even I used a little bit of boiling water, just because I don't find that the joints were problematic at all. They're perfect, but the paint on some of them, as some of you guys remember from like Magnus, for example, there was a little paint overage.
Yeah,
that did happen on a few of mine, but like not noticeable and not damaging the paint, just around the joint. So if anyone is new to Legions, don't be afraid to like heat them up a little your first time. They even come with a little warning at the bottom, that paper that says please heat them. Not a big deal, and it didn't take long, but I definitely had to take it apart to make sure that the skirt didn't get wet, because like the soft goods, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, guys. If you ever want to kind of do it,
that's cool.
This is terrible. This is like, we should be able to do a better shot of this. But my plan is to get another one, and then so this guy can wait. Let's go this way. I don't know if you guys watched The Walking Dead and Michonne. You know, she was walking around with two zombies. So that's going to be pretty sick, right? So, but the chains, like who's saying? Was it you, Greg, that it just comes with so much stuff?
It's
like,
so much stuff.
It's sick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think you showed me a pic of him, like I think he was just like flying or something like that. On my shelf, it's going to be two of them, and they're just going to be like, I don't know how I'm going to hang it, but they're going to be flying because, man, honestly, I was really excited about them. So I'm surprised Mike still had some, to be honest, because I think to me, he stole the vampires for me, and then it's the Apherius or the one guy I forgot to order of all things. The centaur is I mean, I don't even have him in hand. Apherius? What is his name?
Aphorus.
Aphorus? Aphorus sounds stupid. Apherius sounds more like regal. I'm making the things up. I don't know what it is. But I got the moose though. The moose I got. We're not gonna. I don't wanna. It's all there. It's like literally sitting there. But got seeds, man. What are we doing?
One question I have for the moose, because I haven't opened mine yet.
Yeah.
Did you find that the antlers weighed down the head at all? Was there any issues?
No.
Am I allowed to bust them out? Like, I don't want to. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Patty's gonna open this, but that's. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah. If you guys have on hand, show.
He's here.
Perfect.
I actually had to. I found that the moose head wasn't all the way on the peg, and once I really crammed it on there, then it could hold the head up.
Sorry, that's a good.
I had a
there's no problem at all.
When I got him, like I had to push the head in.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah, it's better, it pops off easy. Yeah. You guys remember the horses? Remember they had that little piece? Mm-hmm. Is that I guess they didn't add that, right? They didn't forget it this time, Mike? Or I don't know what's the deal.
I think it's in there. I remember hearing somewhere that it was that all the pieces that needed to be there were there with him.
It's in there. Just in case if there's anybody. Sorry, just in case there's somebody that's newer in the group or so the horses themselves. I don't have the horse with me. Balius. It came with this little back piece over here. It's just like, when you put the head down, there's like a little bit of a break in the figure. So that's the horseman. I guess manufactured the piece. He's supposed to pop it in between, and then they were supposed to ship it out for people that got it a little bit earlier or something, which is kind of nice of them, right? But yeah, there is a little bit of a break there, but nothing crazy. Like, it's just, this thing's a beast, man.
You know, man, I was on the fence with this moose, and man, I'm so happy I ordered it. It's the best, man. There's so many possibilities with this thing. It's such an amazing figure. It's so crazy.
Yeah. This is going to be madness for the UCBA community. Like, anyone posting your pics, your Instagram stuff, the moose is going to be everywhere.
You know, the one thing is one thing that several people have been pointing out, like, amazing, like their areas, and I found it when I was posting it too, is that the stomach ball joints are not seated as deep, so they tend to separate a lot easier in this wave than previous. Some of the earlier waves, you had to pull a thing like taffy to get it apart. But
It almost felt nervous pulling some of the earlier ones. Yeah.
Yeah, but this like it's kind of good. I think like I almost wonder if they did it as like to help out the customizers a little bit, so it's easier to take apart. But yeah, just so you know, when you get it, it's not defective per se. It's just how it is.
No, it's a very good point. I noticed that too.
So the Rabbit's Den collectible said, I swore the 4H said no neck piece. Maybe they redesigned it. Maybe it wasn't.
It doesn't look like
I remember
this on
them
there.
saying something about it, but
Like if you look at it through the back, I don't see that neck piece thing.
okay.
Yeah, so could be
Maybe
true.
they didn't go for it. At the end of the day, to be honest, it's not a make it or break it. It's not even something that I bring up. It was just because of the previous horse or steed had it, and I thought they were going to do the same thing. But I mean, honestly, it's I never even got mine for Bellius. I think I could have cared less. Right? It's still
And what
pretty
was
solid.
what was the issue that had to be corrected because of that piece? What was the?
The exposed joint was visible.
Yeah.
But if you had this piece, it covers over it, so it's like a smooth line.
So it was cosmetic.
Yeah, but it was cosmetic mainly. It didn't detract
Very
from the
small
greatness
detail.
of that figure.
Yeah, not even close.
No,
Jim
that's just
Harnick.
Jim says even my spouse loves the moose. She did photos with it on today's hike too.
That's awesome.
Who doesn't love
Those
the moose?
shots were actually great. The ones that Jim posted.
Come on, man.
Really
the
good.
moose.
That's the symbol.
There it is.
Enough said. Enough said.
Honestly, like you can't find a more regal kind of like steed, right? But are you guys, for you 6 or 5 here, are you putting it Zylona's riding her or him? Or is Zylona riding anything? Or is it going to be
It's for Silvercord for me.
Silvercord? Okay, yeah.
Because I believe it's Aphros who gives her Alder as a steed. So
Yeah.
that's how I'm sort of going to position it on the shelf.
There you
Now
go.
here's another question: are you going to have anyone riding Aphros? Because that when you look at that, it kind of looks like a little R-rated. Like it's not,
That was my plan, man. To be honest, that was my plan.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't be opposed.
Hey, they're gonna kick you out of Whitby for that line there, buddy.
On a rail. I'm gonna have to go moving with Mike.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Personally, I wouldn't be opposed to like getting one of the Legion builders or the stuff that the next wave that's coming out, grabbing like a knight or something for lower legs and just putting Aphros' top half on it, so you can do like a Little Mermaid story on your shelf. Like he wants to be humans, he wants to be mortals so badly.
I want more brute scale figures because you
Yeah.
could, because it's a brute scale torso. You
It
can
is.
swap
Yeah.
it. But I saw like Jeremy Gerard put that torso on I think a dwarf lower, and it was like he was like a really stocky little dwarf, and it worked really well.
Yeah.
It's
Why
also
not?
great about the line. The combinations all pretty much work.
Yeah.
And even when they don't work, they're like really funny failures, which means they work. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true.
Well, I mean, being sort of in that realm of myth and fantasy, it's sort of like no proportions are really off limits if
Correct.
you choose to sort of use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jim said, I believe because of the sculpted beard on the neck, the head can't bend low enough to expose the joint, so that's why they didn't move, which makes sense.
Gotcha.
But how good is this head sculpt?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even open them
Oh
yet,
yeah,
but
valid.
it's amazing.
It's
skipped
like the
him.
detail is unreal. Like the shading and stuff.
Can you take the hood off, Adam? Is that possible? Is that an option
No.
for that figure?
No, I think it's.
I mean, I'm sure it's separate pieces, but the face is
Heated up?
like
It's amazing.
it's
You know what's
a
cool,
head
too?
in the hood, but it's
Oh,
not
I see. Okay.
movable. Like I think the head is like a square piece that kind of plugs in.
Is the scarf glued onto his body?
No.
Oh shit! Nice.
What's cool too? I don't know if you guys have looked at all the eyes for all the vamps for this wave, but in the very center, there's a small dot of either phosphorus paint or something with like a metallic fleck in it. So when you dim down the light and then you throw another light, like a spotlight on it, you get these like really creepy 2 little pinpricks of light. And it's
Oh,
like,
wow.
it's,
Yeah, you're right.
That's awesome.
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Now we're all
What a
just
nice- what a nice
staring at the
detail.
eyes of our.
No, we're looking at.
Yeah.
And that's, God, the amount of love and care that are put into these things by the Horsemen is just impressive. Like, there's so much more thought into it.
Well,
And this is coming. Sorry, who was talking? Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that the like the head sculpt, the like the Hordak vampire head sculpt, is fine, but it does not hold a candle to these head sculpts. Like and these don't look the same. You know what I mean? Like it's not a cookie cutter head sculpt. It's not like, oh, here's your vamp head, we're gonna use it for everything. Like these are distinctly different looking sculpts. The Vamp Ranger looks younger.
Yeah.
If vampires look older and younger, Baron Vologard looks
He's seen some things.
old and weathered, and he's got
Yeah.
this scar across his face, and like they're stunning.
Things you can't unsee.
You know, that observation about the eyes, that probably means, like, I'm more excited to get the AS5 head pack. Because that just means, like, certainly the vampire in there is going to have the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike, those are still available on the site, right? Yep. Oh, yes. I'm telling you, man, AS5, I don't want to take away from our Illythia talk, but, like, based on all of what we're about to talk about, AS5 is going to be amazingly cool.
No, 100%.
You know, I think it's strength to strength, right? Like wave over wave. There's more stuff. There's more lore. There's more fans. There's more everything. The viewer formerly known as Facebook user,
Mr. J. Right.
the Horsemen hate me.
Oh.
What? He's in Vancouver, right? Vancouver Island? Where's he at?
Yeah, but I think Jay did an all-in, or did an order.
Oh,
maybe not all-in, but he did his order through Four Horsemen. A lot of people, that was like the last wave that they pre-ordered.
I got 0 from them so far.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on my
brutal,
builders.
It's because of the delay that came with Aphros, right? And the was it the brute scale? What's his name? Disabilities.
Yeah.
Disabilities? Yep.
Disabilities. Yes, that's what caused the delay on the Horseman end, right? For the all-in packages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's because they're jealous of us being real men in this country. That's why. It's pure spite. Pure spite.
No, absolutely.
So you're saying it's 100% intentional on the part of the Four Horsemen.
That's right.
Telling all
God.
of y'all it is sabotage.
Chris is sitting in his office just plotting against Canadians.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Exactly. He's got this mountie that he keeps like sticking pins into. I'm not going to say where he's sticking the pins either.
You know, Johnny Tam, he actually doesn't like this head sculpt, right?
Really?
He wants to change it. Yeah, Baron Volgar 2.0. And I'm like, really? And what's this guy's story? Do you guys remember his story? Is he here? No, it
Isn't he the dad of
I have
the
it
princess?
up on source.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Baron Volgar, he is the
He's
son
Lucretia's
of
dad.
Illythia.
Lucretia's dad, yeah.
He is he was sort of the acting leader of Illythia till she came back, I guess.
The assistant manager, yeah?
Assistant
Assistant to the manager? Okay, I see.
He's the Dwight Schrute of the Vampire Order.
I know it is. Okay, I see. Yeah. No, but yeah, I like that because he looks like he's like you said, man, he's seen some things. He's got like the big scar there right in front. Totally different. Yeah. Oh man, wow, the detail on this guy.
Yeah.
Did Johnny happen to mention which head he'd want to put in its place? Something released, or is he waiting?
We were actually talking, and he's like, "What head sculpt should I put on it, or something?" Oh, got some damage.
Do you see the little kink in the?
Oof, that's kinky. Not the right kind.
Vampires, man.
Oh gosh, we're just going rogue here. I'm like opening things up. I think this is somebody else's figure that I'm supposed to be opening up.
I'm opening the figure too.
Keep going, man.
We're just we've thought about this for a long time. We definitely have, yeah.
Well,
oh man, I went crazy. I ripped into them like a fat kid on a Smartie. Like it was nuts.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I was sort of asking everybody, okay, what do you want to open?
No one said anything.
Greg was like,
it's already all open.
I think Adam, you asked me that when I was taking the last picture of the last one. I'm like, none of them open, but they've all been photographed.
Yeah, you were working so fast, man. You were pushing out pictures like every day.
What?
Well, you know what it's like in the photo community, man. It's like
Dude.
first to the trough in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah,
So
I did not know. This guy's pauldrons are insane. I didn't know there was wings like this. Come on, how could you not like this figure, man?
Listen,
amazing, man. Sorry, go ahead, Patty.
I was just going to say, as amazing as Trevor Williams' photos are, and they are amazing. He does all the publicity shots for the Legions. When you have them in hand, they're even better. Like the detailing is just he's with all of his skill cannot fully capture the amazingness of some of the detail on this stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, there's like stuff in the pauldrons, which I never really thought I'd be impressed by. I'm deeply impressed by. The work is just incredible.
Hey Adam, which one's better? Which one's better, Spirit's Falcon or Hawk or that one?
Oh, buddy, come on.
That's the question for the G.I. Joe guys.
Come on, man.
Well, what is he gonna say though?
That's not even fair. Like this, have you seen both?
No,
like,
you know what I will say? Neither. There's not a better or worse. They're just very different. The deco on this is
there you go.
phenomenal. The paint is really good. But the fact
he doesn't want to lose any sponsors.
Makes him kind of obsolete in a way.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if he's hooded, he should have wings down.
Oh, logic makes sense.
Yes. I wouldn't know.
That makes sense.
For what it's worth.
Maybe he's really pissed off.
Well, that being said, the bird that comes with the All-Stars 5 wave.
Durbin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Durbin has a D-hooded bird. So.
And he's chilling. The bird's chilling.
I feel like
No, he's got wings. He's
got the wings? Oh, is it the same skull? Is it the same?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying, Mike? Sorry?
like the backwards clip all over it. Every time Eddie posts pictures, Adam's like, you guys put the bullets in backwards.
Yeah. I didn't want to put the clips in, man.
You guys have AKs with the clip going towards the trigger.
I got
It's
roasted
like
on IG for that, man. Roasted.
Is this how you do it? Jay says Spirits is better. I would have to say for sort of like playability and like play value, because you have the two sets of wings. The wings are posable.
Yeah.
The feet are posable. The like I said, you can't touch Four Horsemen for the deco, for the paint apps.
Yeah.
Because they're painted like completely, right? Like there's one color of plastic under all this paint. Who knows what color that is? Only Four Horsemen. But like the shading and everything on the wings is unbelievable. You'd have to add a lot of paintwork to the G.I. Joe line to have it even come anywhere near what the Four Horsemen do.
I gotta ask though, do vampires get cold?
Probably not.
Don't think so.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. The fur is badass though. I'm not gonna lie. It makes him look really like.
I
don't
think
know.
it's
You
like
mean
the
the
werewolf that he killed or something.
The undead shawl.
The undead
When-
shawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was thinking of what I was going to do with Varg, I was having that internal sort of process of like, can you put the bare arms on any vamp, because
Yes.
you shouldn't need them.
This is true.
Jay said about his shipment. It's cool. It's been 2 years. What's another month?
I'm sorry, bud.
Jim says Spirit's Eagle looks like a Muppet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Tell us what you really feel.
Oh,
And actually, I think what Rabbit's Den brought up, yeah, that's Trevor said that before on his stream, that they're pre-production models
Mhm.
that don't necessarily have the shading.
True.
the final
Mhm.
face shading.
Oh yeah, you choose the prototypes, right?
Yeah.
Like just
Yep.
they just glue them together. I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Please don't construe what I said as in any way a critique of Trevor's work. I think he's absolutely amazing.
don't
He's
worry. This is a
top-
safe. This is a safe space.
This
We're
is
not-
the same.
Is he in here?
this is not an American.
said he's coming.
Marvel-
He's
this is not an
prolific. He might be
American Marvel
watching.
Legends
You never
movie.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so I got this guy at a package. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is 100% new sculpt.
Yep.
Like head to toe, everything is brand new.
They're
Yep.
reusing him for Durban, right? In a lot of the parts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if you look at the rest of the figures in the wave, like, a lot of... I can probably hold these better so I can... A lot of these figures is the same. With the exception of the wrist gauntlet, the pauldron, head sculpt, obviously.
Have
And,
you taken off
and
the
the chest
chest
piece.
plate? Have you taken off the chest plate yet?
Yes,
It's cool. It's really cool.
it
Let's
is.
see it.
Well, I'm gonna open Kronos, and I meant
Yeah.
to do it with him while I was opening it, but then I put everything on, and now I have to take it all off again to do that.
Kronos has one too.
Kronos has it as well, so I'll
Yeah.
quickly set this guy to the side and pull Kronos. But
While he's doing that, folks, I actually watched something or saw something today because I just totally noobed myself here. I've tried to put on the cape, but it looks really weird. It's a little bit different style cape this time around. And I saw somebody actually...
In our group, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody do it. I'm going to try to pop off the arms because he put it in the arms and it looked like awesome. So if I break my figure, it's going to be live. And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I've done it a few
That's-
different
Oh,
ways.
wow. That was easy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean you put the cape in the arms?
Yeah.
Well,
you put it
apparently
in-
this is for Eddie. Yeah, so you put it like this.
4 holes. Yeah.
Right, you pop it in. Let's see how it looks. I don't know. And yeah, who was saying? Is it you, Pats, that was saying that it's easier to pop off the figures and stuff?
I think it was
Dude.
Greg who mentioned it, but yeah, I
Oh,
found
was it
that-
Greg? Sorry, look at this.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is that
Yeah.
right out of the box, Ray? Did you
Right
heat
out of
that
the
up?
box, no heat,
Wow.
no nothing.
I got this guy right out of the box, so let's see.
No.
No,
Perfect. Yeah.
he's a
as you
vampire.
can
You just
see-
put him back together. He's fine.
This.
He barely feels it.
The other thing you can do too, actually, if you pop off the arms, you can do a half wrap forward. So
Okay.
you can have it actually come down on the front of the shoulder and then around the side like a Roman wrap. And you can do that all the way back to the elf.
Oh.
Nice.
Did you say that if you do it on one arm or on both arms?
You can do it on both, so like what Ray's doing, so the cape goes around like as a full swing. But you can do it one like pauldron one side, and then the other one just the arm. So it's like a Roman wrap, like they used to cover the sword and the sword arm in like things. So it's for him, I made it like it covers the bow arm, right? It's almost like I guess they also do it in like the Italian westerns and stuff, right? The guys always got the poncho over like the gun arm with protecting it.
There's
But yeah,
another
it's a
way
really
to do it.
cool. It's a cool thing.
There's another way to do it. and I'll put Kronos aside for a sec. Which I can't show you because I forgot that I took that cape off. There's another way to do it where with the 4 holes, you use the 2 inner ones, put them in the pauldrons as you normally would.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, you actually pop the head.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
I'm
can
gonna try
turn
that,
it
man.
over the shoulder. And then that way, you don't have to keep popping the arms on and off. You can just leave it like that, and it'll sit. It'll sit like this, like you normally would put all the 4 holes. But you can also put it over both shoulders, or one, or whatever.
Nice.
Would that work with the Baron? Because the head is, there's so many things in the way.
It's still.
I don't think so because he's got the collar. He's got
it's still the same. Yeah, it's still the same type of.
Pauldrons are wild on the
bro. I'm telling you, man.
The skulls, the snakes, the bones, the wings, like it's just bonkers how much stuff they fit on the pauldron.
And can we just talk about the fact that, like, sorry, we were talking about earlier amongst us how we have the Hasbro HasLab, which is a lot of people, the most recent one, thought it was too expensive. We had the starting lineup this week, or yesterday, 2 days ago, come up $50 USD, which is about, I think I calculated to me, being shipped to me, one figure, $109.
They're Pulse exclusive too, no?
And there's Pulse exclusives. They look good. Don't get me wrong. They look good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, once again, who's been here since the beginning? Greg, you're an OG, right? What were the prices for the pre-orders on these bad boys?
Like way back in the day, or
no, like way back in the day. When did you get in? Because you got in pretty early.
Yeah, I was in. Like I've been in for maybe like 4 years, so maybe around a and a half or so. But the original pre-order prices were like $21 US. Like they were.
And how much are they now?
Like
I mean,
$2
not much more, right? It's like 30. Was the
right?
30, 31, 32 US?
Yeah. And it's like, you know, we have new sculpts now, better paint-apps, better articulation, and soft goods. And for how much more dollars, right? And I always tell my friends that, and they're starting to see, like, you know, from like a spending type point of view, like you get your money's worth and all that stuff, right? And we lost Mike. Yeah. Mike, we've offended Mike.
Mike's out.
We're talking about 4 horsemen.
He's like, I got 1,000 apocalypses.
Oh God, Mike, we love you, buddy. He's like, I don't even know where he is, man.
And you know what? The thing,
I think he's held
the
hostage.
reality is, like, those are 4 horsemen price. If you're in the States, I mean, that's one thing.
Yeah.
For us, we've all, and even you guys bullied me into getting these figures. And when Reinforcements Wave came out, I was like, should I get a couple? And a couple of you were like, you know what? You're gonna pay, like, you're not gonna pay the price you think you're gonna pay. But you may as well, because Mike might not be able to get them or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. They were more than like retail price by the time they landed. Like it was awesome. So that's, I mean, live and learn, I guess. But yeah, the price. You know, my suspicion on the price is that, like, people are like, how are they not going up? I think it's pretty simple math. When they were doing the first wave, they were putting out, you know, 10,000 units of a particular figure. If you're doing 10 times that, your costs go down dramatically.
Yeah. And
then on top of that, every time you reuse that 1.0 armored chest, there's no incurred sort of cost for the mold.
Plain spread.
You got all the molds already.
The molds are ready. The molds are there. You bang out a few more figures, and it's the cost of the plastic and the cost of the logistics. Like it's a really, really savvy business model.
And I think, I think too, the other place, like, where do they save the most? Marketing, because they don't need any.
No.
Right? Like, they spend so little on marketing, which, I mean, why would they? Because, you know, it's doing just fine without it.
100% agreed.
Do you guys all have Kronos?
I do, yeah. Not yet.
Kratos is just not one that you can skip. Like originally when I ordered with Mike, he wasn't on my list, but I forget, maybe it was I wanted 6 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. I'm like, no, I should probably get on this because man, and I'm not disappointed at all. He's fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Jay said, I'm watching on my phone, I can hardly see anything. I'm going to kick my wife off the TV and watch on there. And then his next comment, thanks for the domestic dispute. I mean, sacrifices have to be made, Jay.
It's for Mythos.
Guy kills me, man.
Rabbit Sand Collectible said, but we can't compare pre-order versus retail for Mythics. Yeah, that's true, right? Retail to retail is a whole different story. Like if you go Big Bad Toy Store or any of the American retailers at $50 US, because that's the retail price. I think that's the that's the weird situation of like Four Horsemen is effectively selling at warehouse prices when they're selling. It's not a discounted price. It's a warehouse price. It's like I don't know if you guys ever like. I used to go to the States all the time with my family. We go to like factory outlet malls.
Yeah.
Where you get like Vans shoes for like $20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Vans is selling them to you, and they're the ones that nobody wanted to buy at retail. So they've just reversed that process. But no licensing fee for 4-H. It's their own IP. Yes, that's also true.
That's true.
They got a lot of stuff going for them. You know. You guys aren't getting paid. I'm getting a little stipend for doing this, but like you said, like they don't spend a lot on advertising.
What do you think?
I'm not getting paid a little. I'm getting paid a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of advertising and sort of leading into it, what do you guys think of when the video game hits? What's that gonna do to the brand in terms of explosion?
I mean, honestly,
yeah, I see Adam's face.
If the video game is bad, I don't think it's going to do much.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, in general, like, the game has to be playable, to be honest. And
but it's playable. It's playable. It's playable.
I mean,
it's playable. That's the word is wrong. It's just, bro. Let's be honest. It's called spade a spade. Like it is like turn-based from like 1995. Okay, not really. Like 1998. Yeah. From what I've seen. Like, I'll go and play Elder Scrolls right now or something like that, and it's just going to be like, you know what I mean?
I still play video games, right? So I play on a PS5 and a gaming computer. I can't go back to something less than that kind of standard anymore.
Eddie's standards are just too high.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I get it, and I completely agree. I mean, I think it looks very much. It looks like a lot of mobile app type games.
Yes, that's a perfect. Yeah.
I think it looks playable. I think it looks enjoyable. The thing that I compare it to is the G.I. Joe game that came out. I think Mythic Legions fans will get into the game.
Exactly.
There will be a familiarity there. I don't know what it's going to do for new collectors. No. Like I don't know that it's gonna. I don't know that there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of people that download this app basically and go, oh, I wonder if there's a line of figures that I can get.
Is it an app or actually being released on different platforms? And
it's being released on different platforms. I don't know exactly which platforms. I believe there's a
Sega mobile Genesis,
PlayStation
Master System.
I don't know. I think it looks fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a video game guy. I enjoyed that G.I. Joe game. I still play it sometimes.
I mean,
when I play playing a G.I. Joe game, this will be the same. I think for Mythic Legions fans.
No, it definitely looks playable.
Like, it kind of reminds me of like back in the 80s or whatever, like when video games were first come.
Yeah.
You kind of have like, someone be like, oh man, E.T. or Ghostbusters was my favorite movie, and then they make a game of it, and it's basically the same thing as something else with a skin of whatever, and that's, whatever. I mean, people are gonna have a great time with it, and they like the characters, they like to customize the characters, like they do their own things. Awesome, have a great time. But I mean, I'm kind of with Eddie on this. It's like, you know, it's kind of a little bit of falling off the wagon by 20 years, it seems. But, you know, whatever, you know, have fun.
I mean, their design choice was good, but I feel like it should have been a cartoon game, and they could have drawn it like cell shaded.
Oh, like Nate Barch.
Joe game?
Yeah, no, I mean like, but I mean,
You want to like
make
Nate
it,
Barch style? Like that would be cool.
Yeah, because trying to compete in the CG, like high rendered type characters with, it's just, I mean, you can't.
Or like Fire Emblem or something, right? Like,
like exactly, Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
that's easily achievable, like for them if they wanted to, and keep the turn-based stuff going. So, I mean, my only opinions are coming from pre like beta looking alpha builds, right? So let's see. It might be amazing. It might be game of the year, and then the sales just explode after that again, even more. Who knows, right?
Yeah, they're really keeping under wraps, and then they're gonna come out with this, I don't know, new game that's gonna blow everyone away. Probably not, but I don't care because I got the figures, and that's all I really care about. So.
Yeah,
okay,
true.
How good are these belts? The new belts?
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like this, the Kratos one has like 2 spots for like
beautiful.
2
Yeah.
Like the old strap system was great. I love those.
Yeah.
I put them like I loved loading figures up with multiple of those straps.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my question though. For Barbaric and other stuff, they've got those, you know, sort of like dual gunslinger kind of belts, right? With like the 2 pieces. I was trying to like at first I'm like, is there like a slit in one of these to hold the sword? Like I couldn't, like I was trying to I couldn't find it, and I didn't know if I tried to force the issue, I would just like split the thing in half where I'm not supposed to.
There's a little spot where it works perfectly, and then just above where I've done it, where I put it in, you're not gonna be able to see it. I can send you a picture.
Yeah.
There's sort of a little spot where there is an actual gap. I put it in a bigger one because it didn't sit right in the little, but right above where I've got that, you're not gonna, like I said, you're not gonna be able to see it. But right above that, there is a little spot. Let me pull this out and put. This isn't his dagger, but I'll put it in here to sort of show you where I'm talking about.
I did a similar thing.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I did too. I thought maybe I was missing something, you know, because I'm old and I can't see.
But what's great about these is that, like, okay, here, talk amongst yourselves. I'll do it quietly.
I can't do it over. Skip that figure. I'm gonna have to make an order soon.
Which one?
I skipped that guy, man. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I spent all vamps, just pure vamps, and
Wait, who'd you skip?
So
that Bodrick or Baldrick? What's his name?
Lord Bardrick.
Bardrick. Yeah.
You skipped that guy?
I know, man. He looks so awesome.
Why?
The enabling. I know. I was like, I made the right choice. And then, game over. I'm gonna go make an order soon. Yeah, he looks awesome.
He's stacked.
He might be the claymore, right? The big, that sword.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he's stacked, dude. He's got the crazy
You know what's
boots
great
too.
about Bodrick too is the I don't know if you guys noticed, but they made the connection point from the peg to the pauldron soft.
Yeah.
So you can move his arm around now, right?
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's much more pliable, definitely.
Yeah.
Even Baron Volgar's pauldrons are very pliable.
Yeah.
They really thought a little bit, right? Like they thought about the engineering, the limitations of past waves. It's great.
That was good.
Yeah. Totally.
You can overload them now. Like there's way more spots to kind of just put stuff on their belts, which is awesome. I love. So this is like, you know, one of the things I love about like the classified line.
Mm-hmm.
I love when figures can carry all the stuff they come.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like they've got it piled up in their arms kind of thing. Like,
and for those guys, they finally gave them shoes. My God, no more iron elf boots, man. Like,
Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Did any of
They
you
don't wear
guys?
shoes.
Did any of you guys end up buying the shoes and hands pack? Yeah,
I
you guys
didn't.
4
I
horsemen,
didn't.
so not here yet.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry, Greg.
Hey, Greg, what are you opening today?
Opening a can of anger.
Can of beans.
Bardrick actually comes with fist hands too.
Yes, he does.
Is he one of the few figures with multiple hands?
Yes.
Kind of, right?
Bart does too.
Oh, does he?
Bart does too.
Um,
And I think the ogre does as well. Daz.
I think you're right.
Us. I haven't opened them yet, but
Look at this figure.
yeah, Illythia is
Yeah.
amazing.
Like,
Banger,
my
man.
mind is exploding. The soft
Yeah.
goods even comes with a soft good belt.
Belt. Yep.
So like you can do like a lot of dynamic shots, like running or evading, like dodging. It's madness. This figure is amazing.
So,
Yeah.
question for her. Just in the terms of the lore, does anyone know how the Soul Spiller actually works? I couldn't really see. Yeah, see, I'm on Source Horseman right now, just reading it, and even their weapons. I don't think they have a full weapon section, but even just reading about it, I'm
Like this thing?
what does? Yeah, the scales.
I mean, if I'm going to
He
use
just
my
looked at something with
my
that
fantasy expertise, I think it's like I would say it's like the balancing like your sins or something. It's like your sins of
Yeah,
You come up to her and you're like, yeah.
It's like if you're worthy, like kind of like what the opponent of Moon Knight
Moon
did,
Knight.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. If you're past, I don't know. That's what my Mythic Legion's fantasy is gonna be. So, which is awesome. This is why this line is amazing. It's your choice, right? So
apparently it's something sort of similar to what the Egyptian thing is they play with in the Moon Knight thing, is that it balances your work, and then either you live or you die, right? And I guess it's Khonshu or the other one, the Gator God, whatever she was called. But yeah, like Jeremy, I think it posted in Cabal something last week that was like a more elaborate write-up, which is coming from, I get the horseman mixed up. Who does all their lore? I can't. The shorter guy.
Yeah.
Is it Cornboy that does all the lore? I can't remember.
I think
But
so.
but like, to tell you the truth, like his lore is like, it's, I'm a writer by trade. So, like I read his stuff and I'm like, yeah, this is really elaborate backstory and stuff, but it's so heavy. Even like I'm kind of like, oh, I think I need a Tylenol, because it's like, it goes so deep. You're like, whoo.
I mean, the fact that they would even give you this accessory, this wave keeps on giving, man. It's such an incredible line, and like, I'm blown away. I can't wait for Poxus. Like, I think that's gonna be the gold standard. This is already gold standard. That one's gonna be insane. I think that one has like weapon effects, magic effects, all soft goods. Like, that one's gonna be like their.
It's gonna move the goalpost further for sure.
No, I hear you.
When you're looking at those scales though, and you gotta say, you gotta keep them aside, because then you need the Crimson Twins splitting up like 3 kilos of coke, and they've got like the scale there.
Bro, it's the toy photographer in you. It's, I get it.
Same on and Max, working with Illythia.
Rabbit Snake Collectible said, marketing is all word of mouth, and us toy photographers.
You're damn right.
He says,
I don't know how many
great.
times Storm Collectibles has put me on their site.
Nice.
It's free advertisement.
I'm gonna look through a bunch of these comments just because I feel like we're all just getting distracted by our toys, not paying attention to what's going on in the conversation. But I started a huge debate in Cabal that got heated because people were saying 37 is retail. 37 is
Yeah,
not
I remember that
retail.
post. I remember that post. It's the
Yeah,
pre-order price.
It's a direct from the source. It's not
Yeah, it's
that's
a
not the
Horseman
retail price. The retail price is what Mike sells it at and what Big Bad Toy Store sells it at, so on and so forth.
True.
You're getting a discount by going to the source. That's but you know that I don't think Four Horsemen is going to sort of counter that narrative. They're never going to sort of come out and say we're selling below retail.
Sure.
They'll say, well, this is the price if you buy it from us. Which
this is a good idea. He said, what about movies, opening to movies? Would you guys watch a Four Horsemen produced Mythic Legions movie? That would be freaking cool.
It would have to be a show.
But here,
like a cartoon, right? Do you think? Not a live action.
With this, aren't we already watching that show weekly on Amazon Prime? They don't need to do it because somebody else is doing the heavy lifting for them.
This is true. Yeah, you're
right.
right.
What do we all call the Elf Ranger?
Legolas, man. I want him.
No, that's a beautiful point. You're right.
They don't. I mean, these are sort of the physical version of all those properties that don't have figures, right? Like,
for sure.
Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, to some extent too. Like, I know that they had a line, but like World of Warcraft or something like that. Where, you know, you've got your orcs, you've got your goblins, you've got your elves, you've got your knights, you've got your skeletons. Yeah. And if you just like Game of Thrones and you don't like the more sort of, you don't like Thistlethorn, shame on you. But like if that's not the way you swing, then you know you're covered. All you like is skeletons. That's weird, but I mean, to each their own. So that's everybody's covered.
No, you know, it's a good point. Like, I think I like with Bobby Vala, like what he's doing, how he's creating like a whole, like, I don't know how to call it, like a whole like property. Universe. Yeah. Right? You know, with the movies and all that good stuff. Because I get it, you know, where do you get your lore from? Where do you get your stuff from? What's his background, this and that, and that's how you get your toys. But with us, like you said, it's so rich. It's like probably the oldest, you know, thing in storytelling, right? Elves, Dracula, goblins, all goblins, all this stuff. It's still since medieval times or whatever you want to say it, right? So there's not much you need to have all that stuff because we have our own imagination. Like one thing about, I think, with Marvel, for example, right? Like I can't just say like, oh, well, you know, Spider-Man's a bad guy because he looks like a bad guy to me or something like that. Like, no, everybody knows that Spider-Man's a good guy, and it's kind of like very like fit, you know, like they have their own slots, and that's it, right? And it kind of takes away a little bit from the whole imagination point, right? Like for me, if I wanted to put this guy as like some sort of like, you know, he kind of escaped the whole vampire horde, and he decided to like, you know, be like a, I could, because there's a lore, but it's kind of like a guide. It's not like a slot, so to speak, right?
Not to mention all the customizers. I mean, like they have their own stories, man. I've seen this Valak character turn into a samurai. Like somebody, like I'm gonna try that. That's amazing, man. Like the options of this line is crazy, right? So that's the beauty. But I mean, getting back to that show, I think it would serve well to be a cartoon. It can't match Lord of the Rings. There's just no point. That's like the highest of the high now, right? So
on that,
it has to be a cartoon on Netflix. Because
that Dungeons and Dragons line, Hasbro announced that Dungeons and Dragons line. I spent most of my morning watching that show. I'd never seen it before.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is going to compete?
Have you seen that?
Well, like I said in my chat, like my wife was a fan of it when it was airing originally.
There's no origin. They just go right into it. Live in this fantasy world, and they got to go on these missions. And every episode is like a new mission, but there's no like.
There's no art.
How did they get here? How did they get home? What's the like? There's none of that. It's
did they show the toy yet?
It's great.
Did they show the line? Does it look good?
It's a smaller. How small are they?
Well, they're 6-inch.
Are they 6-inch?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're a direct competitor of Spin Master and Mythic Legions. Like they're all coming out with their own mythic stuff. Trust me.
So their articulation is okay. Like how does it look like?
So
It's really small.
It looks like
compares-
Legion's articulation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have double legs.
Or Legends.
Single,
Legends are
yeah,
different.
legends. They look like they're built. The female looks like she's built off the female thin Legends body.
Could someone pull this up? Like what's going on? We got technology here. We're using our imaginations here. Come on.
I'm gonna quickly go through some of these comments because I was
Yeah.
reading
Keep
and trying to
going,
figure
keep
out what people were talking about. Jay said I backed just for figures, so he backed the
Yep.
game to unlock the figures.
Hell yeah.
I didn't
Jay
back the
knows.
game, but I did get the figures.
You damn right.
Definitely back for figures. Jay said
That's alright.
Atari. It's coming
Atari.
up for Atari.
I think Greg backed for the coins.
For the
Did you
coin.
back-
I voted the coin.
Oh, it's okay. I made fun of the wrong guy. I forgot that you're a coin guy. Yeah, but I mean those actually look cool.
voted the
I'm not gonna
map,
lie.
too.
No,
The map
yeah.
is- It's a cloth map. That
Yeah,
looks
where is
cool,
it?
man.
I didn't know that. That would be
Yeah,
a nice
it's
piece
not-
for the
it's
like the
big.
basement.
It's like 2 foot by 3 foot or something.
Okay, well
Maybe
I'll
it's like
eat my
8
words now.
by 24 inches.
That's pretty neat.
My Bardrick seems to always be looking down, mostly due to the hair, I'm sure. Are you guys
Yeah.
experiencing that, or do you raise his head up a little on the ball joint? Bardrick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is a
Slight.
Yep.
You know what you could do? You could fool around with the neck piece. If you take off the head, turn the neck piece slightly,
Outside.
you can see
maybe?
that there's a slight angle.
Mhm.
You could maybe fool around with that if you're noticing or if it's bothering
Oh,
you
that's a
that
good
it's
point.
pushing down.
You know what
I would
else
play
you could
around
do?
with that.
Heat it up.
Heat up the hair,
Yeah.
bend it, dunk it in some ice water. It should stay kind of however you set it, and then you'd be able to put his head back. Because really, what it is this predator hair that he's got.
Bro, that was my exact point.
Yeah.
Because if you play with NECA stuff, it's kind of a known thing. I just found out about it, right? That's what they do. They kind of mod the hair a little bit so you have a little bit more articulation.
For
It's
the
pretty
Valkyrie,
soft.
I ended up
Nice.
carving out the back of
Yeah.
her hair so she could actually, because
Oh, yeah.
she was
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
down like all the time. But
Yeah.
So it's good. I've been getting a lot of flack. Yeah, this shoulder goes on the armor, the arm
Mm-hmm.
hand of Artemis, the shoulder pauldron.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
on the armor, otherwise you can't draw the bow, right?
True. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you. Okay,
I popped
all
off
right.
her arm to be able to do it seamlessly.
That bow is like flipping righteous. Is it like a special bow? Does it have like a... Okay.
It's Xylona. It's from Xylona herself, I believe. What's the name of it though? It's called the. God, hold on.
The Vampire Slayer or something like that.
The castrator.
Faith bringer. No, I'm just like.
No.
Cord.
But do you know what's kind of creepy though? Like, it's made of horns.
Yeah.
And it's part of like Zarlona's flock. It's like someone giving you a handgun made of your toenails.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty gross when you
It's
think about it.
true. It's
No, but
totally
you know
true.
the native
Clean.
Canadians and Native Americans, they use like bear pelts, and they do honor those things too, right? As their
But it's not...
clothing and
No,
stuff.
but he's saying he's not using like his nephew's elbow as like a spear.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I
You know
got
what
you.
I
I
mean?
got you.
Because
Oh,
like
there you
that's
go.
like...
You're not
yeah.
using that, are you? Can I just borrow your kneecap?
So directly from Source Horseman, it's the name of the bow is the Silver Cord, a staghorn longbow, able to fire magically charged elemental arrows.
Oh damn! Effects time for the photos.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see some
Yes.
Photoshop.
I wish we got the elemental arrows. With Poxus, we're getting arrows.
Yeah. Did you see like the energy shots and
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
wave is gonna be nuts, man.
Yep.
Right? It's crazy. Right when I think I'm gonna
Absolutely.
slow down with Mythic Legions, they just rip you back up every year, man. Like, you wait so long, and then when they come in, you're just like, oh, man.
Throwing
This
it
guy
out there.
kills me, man.
If you have the Marvel Legends Yondu from the movie, you could just use his bow or his arrow rather in place for a photo.
Oh right, yes, you're right. Doesn't it have
Why
an
would-
effect
I
already?
don't remember
too?
that one.
It has an effect too, right? A laser
Oh,
effect.
does it?
That,
Yeah. It's got like the tail on it. Kind of thing.
You could
All right,
probably
I
check
agree.
that
So
out.
much better. Thanks, guys.
Jonathan Stoner, Mythic Legion figures for anyone?
Literary books that you read, or
Is it literary?
no, for
I'm not.
John, run that back to us, pal. I don't understand.
Rephrase that a little bit. Or
Mythic Legends
change
figures for
something. I'm not exactly sure.
RPG.
Oh,
yes.
Lit RPG.
Role-playing RPG. Yeah.
So,
no?
quick question. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. How many of you guys play literary RPGs?
I don't even know what that is.
Were thy mother's drapes? No.
Sorry.
I just learned a new word. I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah, that was. Little even figures fit in Ghost Rider's car.
Well, there's one seat free.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he's got lots of room.
There's one seat for $350.
But you gotta admit that like Belphegor
RPG based
novels would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it'd be pretty dope.
You could definitely like if you were a Ghost Rider guy and you did back the car, good for you. I mean, I hope they get. I think it'll fine. I think it'll be fine. It's too bad that they couldn't work it out to get the early bird special unlock of the deflamed Reyes, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's a make or break for most people anyway, but yeah, I mean, Mythic Legions could cross over. A lot of the demons could cross over for Belphegor being a great example. Krampus being another great example, I think. Pick your figure and put some wings on it, and away you go. If you guys like Jay's comments, you should really follow him on Instagram. If you think he doesn't hold back in comments on here,
he's the meme king, man. That guy, he gets me.
It's the kind of memes where they're not for everyone. I'll just say that. The precursor is you may not like it, but if you do, you'll love it.
It's true.
Shout out to Jay. That's
BC Sasquatch Man.
BC Sasquatch Man, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What else? What were we talking about?
Were we supposed to open figures?
We've just been opening them up.
But no,
guys, this is kind of since we were talking about the HasLab car, right? I think I sent this to the group, but that something just fell. This is from Amazon, and it's RC car, 125. And what it is, I put a Valverse guide. I ripped off his legs, and it kind of fits. I mean, honestly, it's not like the greatest thing or whatever, but I mean, you could buy like how many HasLabs with this kind of thing. That's what I'm saying. So I think they're effing us in one way or another because this is $125. The Bratz cars are die-cast in plastic. They got lights. They have a flippin' working radio on them. Okay. So they're effing us, man.
Well, I mean, how many
like
horses can you buy?
What was that, Greg?
He's grabbing something else.
This thing, right?
Oh yeah, I wanted that. Where'd you get that one?
It's a beast. It's a total beast, right? Its thing is huge. Like I'm gonna blow out my back lifting this thing up one day, right?
Where's it from?
And it's like independent suspension, working garbage stuff, whatever, right? Yeah,
does it come with garbage?
$50. Like
where is it from?
Lights, sounds, like the whole thing, $50.
50. Which company? You got a name drop.
Canadian dollars?
So 50. Yeah, Toys R Us, right?
What?
So I'm like,
yo, do you have a 6-inch?
That, Greg?
All that stuff.
Do you have anything to put scale?
No.
Is it scale well though, Greg?
Perfect. It's perfect. Right?
You got anything to scale it with?
Right?
Oh shoot, that does look good.
I saw some customizers like repaint that vehicle. It looks amazing. It looks like the Ninja Turtle garbage truck when they killed Shredder.
Yeah.
That's just good for ACBA.
Like, not only that, like the whole thing, like it's like tip forward cab.
That's like an actual truck.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Whoa! What? The door's open?
Yeah, holy shit.
Ray's like blown. He's
can
going
actually
crazy
see-
now. His mind is exploding.
Babe, we're going to Toys R Us tomorrow.
Yeah, what line is that from? I was at
It's
Toys
like
R Us
got the-
today and yesterday, and I didn't see it.
It's got all that stuff.
That's
like,
that's the Whitby Toys R Us, baby.
yeah, like this
I've never
thing
seen
is,
that.
Like, got the
Wow, look at that.
it was like working.
Do Mythic Legions fit though?
Yeah, like this thing I just hit with like a dull coat, and then I'm just gonna like detail it, do the silver, grind it up,
Yeah.
and it'll look amazing. But you know, and but like again, it's everything that the HasLab has for
And more.
what 20% of the price.
Yeah.
Jay says, I have that Brat car, the one from 2002. You've probably seen, a lot of people are talking about that. And he says, I was totally into Brat.
Fair enough.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, if you're looking for that truck, it's the make is Driven, and I think Bruder makes is like the main name, but the one
Bruder,
that's,
yeah.
it's
Bruder
Toys R
trucks.
Us.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, I'm going to Toys R Us. Let's hope it's still there.
You know, it's good because I bought some for Trey. I think I do have some of their stuff, and he just like mashes them up, right? So it's good for you know, like realism and all that stuff. And then I get them afterwards, so it's perfect.
Mm.
I've seen a few people using the Brunner stuff.
That one looks big. I don't know. Are you sure it's Brother or Bruder or whatever? Because the Brooder, yeah, it does.
That one
size a little
'cause,
smaller.
No, that one is Driven, which is there's like another name like Aaron, but yeah, that one is it's actually almost slightly
Too
like,
big.
like a little bit, but it's like but when you put them side by side, like okay, well the trucks are huge, so it kind of makes
Yeah.
sense. But
No, that's perfect. I like the way it looks.
yeah,
Looks great.
Rabbit Stand Collectibles, presumably not a Canadian viewer. I wish the store is still there.
Sorry, bud. Aren't they
He said
coming
he's
back?
from
as,
Cali.
They're coming
They-
back in the States as part of, was it J.C. Penney or something? Like,
Yeah, I think they're gonna
Or
have like a
Macy's.
kiosk or something, or
Yeah,
a little.
kiosk.
Storage store.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're no good anyways, man. They rob us.
Well, look, they
I had to buy Outback for $50, man.
yeah.
I almost threw up. I'm like, man, that's
They're
Storm
not
collectibles
what
money.
they once were. They're not what they once were.
Are you talking about the $84.99 two-pack
Spider-Man
of
Noir?
Spider-Man Noir? Is that what you're saying?
Why don't
I mean-
you take that $85 and buy Krampus? You're probably
That's right.
going to be
I
happy.
like how you tied
That's
that
right.
back into Mythic Legion. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
It's all going back, man.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but
just
that's what it is. Yeah.
money and miles. How many miles are you getting out of these
Mhm.
figures
Mhm.
for the money that is now going to be practically equivalent for us?
I
Absolutely.
mean,
I don't know, man. Like, I know where I'm putting my vote.
exactly. Like,
Plus, they're not.
sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead,
go ahead.
Patty.
I was just gonna say. Plus, they're not bombarding me like 5 or 6 times a month with a new figure that is an objectionably not much of an upgrade after the
Yeah.
one you just gave me a month ago. Again, I don't want this to come off as a rant. I'm a big
Yeah.
Legends collector. I like them, but I mean, I can't possibly justify getting like 75 different Spider-Mans. Like, I don't need that many Spider-Mans.
No, it's
I
true.
mean, if the Four Horsemen turned around and
Hey,
said,
don't interrupt them.
yeah, sorry. Like, again, this isn't rant, but like, if the Horsemen turned around and said, guess what? You're getting Lord Bardrick 75 times. I would also not need that many.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm good.
And it's funny because let's call a spade once again. With this is still. Is this new stuff in the bottom? This is the 2.0, but it's still his feet. His feet are from the OG. Like when did it start? Like the Kickstarter, right?
Yeah.
But why does it look so much better? Because they're adding a bunch of. I'm not saying that, it's just Hasbro just doesn't hide it so well. Maybe.
there's a large difference between the reuse and what the Horsemen reuse and what a company, and I won't even say just Hasbro because I don't want to pick on them. They've had a rough week. But like major mainstream manufacturers of collectibles, their version of like reuse, it's not comparable.
Yeah.
There's like love, effort, and attention in the Horseman reuse. You do not find that in other brands. Not to be rough, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know who's that? The Fantastic Four Spider-Man. What, Bagman? What is he?
Bagman.
Yeah,
Bagman.
I saw him yesterday. I had him in hand.
So, what body type is that?
Oh, that's the Mr. Fantastic from the Walgreens.
Like,
1000%.
Why in that? Why the hell would you not use? I don't have a Spidey here, but like even this Spidey body. I'm sure that they had the plans for it, and this is something better, something else. But you decided to use that one. I don't get that.
Like
that, even that body.
Riley, it's amazing. It's like, but why not just use this all the time? Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
That's right. Sometimes
if I may shill for a moment. And I only know this because the G.I. Joe brand team mentioned this. It's especially problematic with Legends because of how many figures they pump out. So when they want to make 2 Spider-Man figures that come out within sort of a year of each other, they can't use the same mold because it's already being used for something else. So if you've got that Ben Reilly in production, you can't make another deco of it. You can't make another version of it because it's being used for that.
Oh.
You have to find the last version of Spider-Man.
That's pretty lame.
It's
just you can't.
I mean, look, you get Pizza Spider-Man.
Tell me a multi-billion-dollar company can't come up with 2 damn molds.
Is
like,
it because?
No. I'm done shilling. I'll say this: it's not that they can't; it's that they won't because it's not profitable.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
it's all about the money.
They're creating their own problems. They put out too much stuff to be able to sort of keep up with coming out with like new stuff and good quality stuff. So they go, okay, which of the versions of Spider-Man are we going to do that people won't care about the molds? Well, this one's just a funny deep cut. Let's just use whatever mold we've got that's in use and put a bag on his head and bare feet. People will buy it. People will buy anything.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool. With the little kick me sign, it's funny. Like, but I was just trying to make
$45 funny though?
Absolutely.
I mean, getting back to that price point, you can buy an SH Figure Arts Naruto for $50, and that thing is crazy. Like, you can put his ankles to his head, and you get a lot of
articulation.
A lot of articulation, SA Figure Arts stuff. I mean, it's not comparable anymore, and that's why I tapered off, like Patty said. Yeah, exactly. Like I pick and choose my Marvel Legends. I'm still a big fan. I have a whole wall of them right here, and but it's not worth it. When I look at these Mythic Legions right now in front of me right now, no matter how many times I look at it, I'm in awe. This thing is crazy. It's so beautiful, and like what Greg said, it does. You need to shoot these things. You don't need to do anything. It just pops. It explodes. You know, just got to make sure it's straight. So like, it is an amazing line and worth every penny. Like, it's amazing. It's truly the best. I mean, I collect Storm collectibles too, but this gives me the same, and that's like maybe $50, $75 more than these figures, and these are comparable shelf, like a shelf display or shelf presence. These compare, like, for sure. They're amazing.
Rabbit's Den Collectible said, I just hate the fact that Hasbro set the trend for prices. If they go up, everyone goes up because at the end of the day, it's a business and everyone wants the best profit margin.
Absolutely.
Yes. And that's what's even more remarkable about Four Horsemen is, like, every time Marvel went up a couple bucks, they didn't. And that was, I think, to the Four Horsemen's benefit, because if you're putting out a product that isn't getting better, and arguably is getting not worse, but because there's so much reuse, people are sort of used to what you're putting out. It's diluted. You're getting the same thing, and it's just a different color. And speaking to the point of, like, the feet that are on Baron Volagar, Like those feet have so much detail, and it's armor, so you can put armor on anybody and just color it differently. And it's all good. Marvel characters are in spandex suits head to toe. There's nothing going on texture and detail wise. It's just paint. And the paint apps aren't always that good because there's no separation of parts. So you get sloppy paint apps. So
I think what's frustrating too is that like not only with when you're doing Marvel Legends to compare to other lines like Mythic Legions rather, just like Eddie was saying, like the gap is getting closer and closer. So that justification that Hasbro gives us, it means less and less. But what gets even more frustrating is when you have some piece of crap Spider-Man that looks like a cake topper because it's so low res, right? And then for the same price point, you give me this. Sorry, man. This is basically all new, right? For the most part, and it's well decked out. It's awesome. This thing is a vision masterpiece. Yeah, and you're the same company. It's like with Disney, you have CGI 20-year-old Robert Downey Jr. Looking like you're looking back through a time machine, and then you give me some Princess Leia that looks like a zombie. It's like you're Disney. You're the same company. It's like it just it blows my mind. Right?
Well, they're the same company, but they compete with each other. I think, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
They have their own. They all try to beat each other's profits, and even though they work for the same company. But yeah, like what Jason meant, like GI Joes kill Marvel Legends in quality. I think.
Yeah, hands down. It's not even close.
Super GI Joe guy, but man, that Spirit figure, Storm Shadow, crazy. Like those are amazing. So I mean, again, I don't want to. I'm not a hater of Marvel Legends. I love them. Been collecting them for years, like over 20 years or something.
Which one of you guys is going to put Spirit on Alder first in a shot?
Oh
yeah.
I always put him on Bally's. So
Bally's. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm just opening this guy, man. Valak, he's freaking amazing, man. So I'm spazzing out. I'm just opening.
You know what's amazing? You put him on the undead horse, and he looks so good.
Seriously. So good. This body is so good for customization. That's why I asked Adam if he could take off the hood and stuff. I'm gonna buy like a rice patty hat and make this guy into a Ronin. And it looks amazing.
You could, you could borrow Volgar's head to do that.
I was gonna say, if anyone's a turtle fan, you could probably use Usagi's
hat.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah.
I was gonna use my Kung Lao hat, but
Kung Lao, that's true.
Jay said I collected legends for you to just kind of stop one day. I'll continue to cherry pick. Same with Black Series, but at 40 a pop, it's got to be something spectacular.
Bingo.
Not talking Spider-Man. I did, and Jim said Amazing Fantasy Spidey is fantastic. Yeah, I actually have that one on order. I have that Renew Your Vows 2-pack on order as well.
Yeah.
I didn't go for the retro one because I was still like, but he's still got pins, and pinless was already sort of something they were doing in other figures. So I was like, I'll just hold out till they get me that pinless one. And he came with the toe articulation. So, but that's it. Then that's my Spider-Man. That's first appearance, and then sort of the Spider-Man that I sort of loved, as like a comic book reader when I was a teenager and stuff. And then I'm done. I don't need another Spider-Man. Except I do have the MapX one on order as well. So I mean, there's always room.
You guys smell the figures too? That glorious lead smell thing. Oh, it's just
by just you. I was joking.
My God, it's intoxicating.
Don't lick the figures, Eddie. Don't lick them.
Yeah, and getting back to the engineering. You guys, the skirt is really soft. So much articulation these days now.
Yeah.
A lot of really good engineering, right? I love it.
When I put him on the horse, that skirt got out of the way, no problem. It was
because really that was my big gripe before. Like the skirts, like I didn't want that hole in the crotch, so every time I put him on the horse, it warped the plastic kind of those the skirt part. So these soft goods, they remind me of like Storm collectibles. Very good. You can move them around; they'll come back. It's perfect. And yeah, like right out of the box, he feels great. No hot water. It's tight, but not too tight, right? Wow. Amazing figure.
Now we're at about an hour and 40 minutes.
Are you serious?
Time flies, man.
Oh wow.
When you're having fun.
I will say two things. One will be a very quick plug. We are doing a highly articulated show tomorrow where we're going to talk about our favorite lines, and that may or may not include Four Horsemen's lines. But Patty's going to be on there. Greg's going to be on there. I'm going to be on there. We're going to have a couple other people as well. It was last minute. I reached out to a couple people, and everybody said yes, they wanted to do it. It's going to be fun. Starting lineup release inspired. We're going to pick our top 5 favorite lines as our starting lineup of lines, and we're going to have 2 bench alternates as well. So that should be a good
That's
conversation.
pretty cool.
I'm probably going to get pretty deep into what's going on with Hasbro. I'm going to rant about Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and Patty is going to be sort of right there with... Greg, you're jumping on board pretty quick here too, I think.
That video they posted today with the weapons is like a clincher, man. It's so good.
Man.
Yeah, AWOC's going to be a thing.
Send that in the chat so you can enable me, please.
I'm just happy that I don't have to. That's another line that I can kind of sidestep a little bit. That's what it is nowadays, man. It's always just, it's like a bunch of daggers coming at you, you know? It's just, I'm just happy I like just one that missed me. I'm
going to say it. I always say it. The golden age, man. There's no more bad lines.
No, absolutely.
Everything is too good.
Let's go
You just can't stop, man.
But I know if you guys want to start getting Hammond collection, yeah. I was a little bit bummed, to be honest with you, because I got a Raptor from the Amber collection.
Yeah, Amber.
Oh man, and I'm like super bummed out that I only got one of those things. I bought my son the big T-Rex, and he plays around with that thing. But that Raptor was like, oh man, it's so
like blue. Was it blue?
Yeah.
No. I wish that goes for hundreds of dollars now. But
oh yeah.
Just the most
that
recent
high?
one that
Wow.
I wouldn't go that far, but maybe like 150 or something.
No, I believe it.
That big T-Rex is really cool. I've used it a couple times with 118, and it's a blast.
Bro, it went on sale for $29 at Walmart. I remember that. I scooped it. I couldn't say no. But what was I talking about? For Mythic Legions, because we got, I think we talked about this recently too. We got the big baddies. We got Ploxus coming up, and then so pretty much the 4th horse person, not horseman, because it's 2022. Is it going to be what's Necronominus? Is that what, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Necronominus?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then so what are they going to do? Are they going to focus on more of the heroes and their, like, did they have any? I don't really watch too much of the shows, but did they touch base on where the direction they're going to go towards?
They said that apparently they're gonna, if you look at the map, and they're starting to push out to the edges of the map that they haven't, of the mythos map that they haven't discussed yet. So
really,
I mean,
yeah, they might have another continent, right? So
That's true.
that'd be crazy. And then the cycle will start again every year, new continent.
Yeah. So here's another question for you guys. So that's good. We have fans that just kind of like. I mean, I think for the most part, all of us here, even Pads, we've taken pictures or toy photographers, so we're kind of invested in things that we can use in photos, right? I.e., like steeds, all that good stuff. I know me and Johnny, and I think a bunch of you guys too, really want just like village people, just random like a barkeep.
Like wenches. I think we had this last
Look
week.
what you did. Look what you did. That's what happened. And now what's his name? Adam left. You offended him. This is 2022, Greg. You can't just be no, but
he always wanted to be the cop. That's why.
What was that?
He always wanted to be the cop. It brought back.
right in the
You know,
heart.
Ray, I don't think they'll ever release a civilian pack, though. I don't
Why
think
not?
so.
Yo, I would even go further out. I'm talking about like, I want like horse wagons, like I want like things like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I think this community is the perfect community to release that kind of stuff because they're so passionate about that kind of stuff. But I just don't see them mass producing a wagon. You know what I mean?
I think it depends. Like once again, who are the people that will buy it, right? Because you got to think about it that way. I just think once again, maybe all 5 of us. Would you buy a horse wagon?
You're damn right we will.
Adam. No, Adam.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I looked at Adam because he takes photos, but he doesn't take photos.
Yeah, well,
right?
that's the difference, I think.
Yeah.
Look, I think in terms of something like that, you're probably going to see a dragon before you see like carts.
I'll take a dragon. But what size?
Oh, it's going to be big.
Are we gonna get like in like 1/3 of the dragon, and in another 2 years another third of the dragon? Because it's like scale wise. If you look at scale wise, like what are they gonna do, man? It's gonna be like $2,000 or something.
I know. We talked about this last stream, like last year. But the build a figure option, they could still look at that option. I think Adam's like, no, they won't do it. But
the build a figure will be the size of Alder, though.
Yeah,
you understand?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. They could put a whole leg, because like they could get pretty big if you put one body part.
You know?
Yeah. Did you guys see the box art? I think I still got it.
Which one?
I think he's gonna pull out his dragon.
The
dragon.
Well, what about his toys?
I think they get the Alder box art.
Oh, is that what he said?
The full card back, the full Nate card back.
Yeah, guys, this is sick. Like,
which one is that? Oh yeah. Oh, you opened it, Patty?
I opened it.
Awesome, man.
You guys saw this, right?
Just impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So
that's gonna be like
whenever Nate throws in these Easter eggs, normally they're about like 2 years down the pipeline, and that, my friends, is a full head of a dragon, and I don't think it's from the Fox display. I don't think it's that dragon.
That's not Big Boy, yeah, the big blue. Yeah.
No, but that's the same card art that they've had since the beginning.
I know, but he said that even like this stuff, like even though it's it's on the back of the Illythia thing, but he said that anything that's on the card is not a promise, but it's we're thinking about it.
But that's what I'm talking about, though. So, okay, it can come down to like, but what is this price going to be?
I'm sure it's going to be more than the Ghost Rider HasLab.
Is it? Do we want it articulated? I mean, obviously not the legs so much, but maybe the mouth, things like that. Is it going to be hollow inside? Is it going to be like? Because that's going to weigh like as much as my kid.
I'm deeply afraid for shelf space in that. Like,
I'm looking at yours, man. It's gonna be sitting right beside you in that chair, I think.
No, but Pat. Well, I mean, look at the NECA line. Just getting a gargoyle, the shelf space is already destroyed. I mean, I think the Horsemen, they're so passionate, they will make it to scale, and that's, I'm sure of it. They're not going to half-ass the dragon.
How many people would buy it?
That's the thing. That's another question.
I think everybody that's on the Cabal, except the OG and semi-OG guys, they'll buy it. I think they're just so passionate.
I think what'll make it palatable is it's not going to be the have sort of let's hedge our bets and maybe gouge the fan base a bit. It would be released at wholesale, which would probably make it, not that bad. But, by the time it gets to the e-tailers for us in exchange, it'll be a little painful. But I mean, probably it's right from Horseman, maybe $400, $500. Because when you see people, like, it still blows my mind that you see people post their purchases. I bought 5 all-ins. I'm like, dude, it's like $450 US a pop.
Yeah, pop. Yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, see, people like that, I'm sure they'll buy it.
Yeah.
I guess it's. I mean, there's a lot to sort of unpack, and we're not privileged to know the answers to any of this, right? But I look at the sort of most immediate comparison that I can sort of make in terms of how they're pricing, how they scale, and stuff like that. I look at the HasLab Rancor, rest in peace.
Too soon.
They'll resurrect it, so that's, I mean, whatever. The Four Horsemen Trolls.
Yeah.
Scale wise, I don't think they're that far from each other. I think the Rancor might have been a little bit bigger. If
maybe.
It's taller probably. Yeah.
Hypothetically, because we'll never see it, but
yeah.
If they do a dragon, is that the equivalent of 3 trolls, 4 trolls,
plastic wise,
and
yeah, 4 or 5.
You're gonna do with it?
I mean, to Ray's point, if they're not articulated, they can save a lot of cost. Look at the McFarlane dragons coming out; they look amazing, and they're huge. And I bet you they're like $50.
Wait, what? What dragons?
The McFarlane, they're releasing a line of massive dragons. You know their old dragon line. So McFarlane line is releasing just dragons. It's like,
what?
Yeah, look it up. It's really cool.
Toddy's my boy. I didn't know this.
When they say something like that, it's already like a year away. It's coming fast.
Oh, yeah,
it's already made.
I thought they weren't huge though. I thought they were only, because I've not seen the older ones. I thought they were only maybe.
They're like the size of my hand.
Yeah, no, that's the old dragon line. He showed that line beside the new dragon line he's making now. The exact same ones, but they're like large.
Are we able to look this up?
They might be tad small to scale to legions, but they're definitely big enough for the shots or whatever to blend in. You know,
there's virtually no articulation in them.
There's none. There's zero. So I mean, the horseman can make a dragon bust, like a giant head of a dragon. You know, for cool shots. There's a lot of options. They don't always have to be articulated, I think. Because I mean, shelf space.
That's the thing. Like the horses aren't that articulated, but they're articulated enough.
That's right. Yeah, you don't have to go insane, right, with them.
You don't. I think if what you need is for the neck to be somewhat articulated, for the legs to move, for the tail to move.
Maybe a wired tail. That's it.
And for the jaw, to articulate.
Yeah, because the dragon's not going to do ninja moves.
Right? No, it's a dragon.
Yeah, so like that's my point.
And I think too, it would probably be sculpted a half curled kind of way, just because on the shelf you can't have it elongated. Because it's going to wipe out the whole shelf, right? So probably be like a kind of like a smiled half curled thing. Whatever.
Yes, but yeah, you guys definitely check out that McFarlane line. They have that like.
I just looked at it.
All right.
Nice.
He doesn't like dragons. So
you pissed Adam off. He's mad now.
He's a dragon fan.
My phone's about to die, so I'm trying to get it hooked up here, and it's not working. So I'm just gonna jump off here. I need to find an extension cord.
We've been talking for 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yep.
So I mean, mind you, boys, we haven't done this in a long time. I haven't really been on a live with Greg. And that's why, man. But yeah, there's a lot of pent up things here. Because but it's good times, you know.
Oh, this is really cool, man. This is my second time. I'm a very busy man. I'm just going out to eat. For us. But yeah,
you guys are young fathers, man. I don't know how you have time to do any of the stuff you do.
Yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah, it's crazy here, but
it's like 10 coffees, Greg.
Yeah. My hair's definitely not growing back.
When it does, it's going to be like shock white.
Like look at Patty, man. He looks like Steve Nash.
It's true.
Patty's got the long hair, man.
I was very nice.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Not to get off Legions too much, but like I was disappointed the starting lineup did not have Steve Nash yet.
Yeah, he's relegated to the bench for this.
He's gonna come, but it'll be like some type of weird like SDCC or PulseCon thing.
But wait, we're like talking like this is gonna jump off that first wave. Like,
Yeah,
I'm if I base it on just pure comments, bro, like that thing's like, it's gone. If they made the figures already, they're gonna be on clearance 100%, and that's what everyone's waiting for. There's maybe I saw two comments that were positive.
When I see that line, like I'm not really like a sports guy, but when I see that line, all I can think of is I want it to come out so Jason Michaels can use them, right? I don't know.
Absolutely. Jason B. Michaels? Yeah.
Oh, because he's been doing those shots with like Batman going from like center court, and like they're so good. I'm like, man, I gotta see him shoot those things.
I'm actually curious to see.
Maybe too, right?
Yeah, he's in Quebec City.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really curious to see what he's going to do with a bunch of the legions from this wave. I'm certain he's going to be getting something.
He doesn't shoot a lot of legions. So I see him shoot a lot of Mezco.
He does. He did Balius, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
But that was.
But he does.
I know he did a Belfic one too, which was really high octane. But I don't remember him shooting a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah, he kind of lives in. I hear an echo. He lives in. Are you guys hearing an echo as well?
No.
Oh,
just you, Ray. I'm joking. I hear it too.
Hear it.
He lives in a condo or an apartment, so everything that he has is packed up. So he takes the picture and he packs it up. So, like Mythic Legions are just, he just doesn't have enough room. You're saying, right? So,
isn't he actually a film professor? I think.
Correct. Yeah, I think he's a professor. I'm not too sure if he's a film, but yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's doing an interview with.
Is it Page?
The guy who makes all the really great shields and stuff for Legion Shop. He made that jousting set. That set with all the details, all like the vines throughout it and stuff. Like it's made of bone. Oh, he's a really nice dude. Oh, Delacour. Stephen Delacour. He did an interview with him. These are really, 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 really good.
No, absolutely. Adam, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm thinking that we maybe should tie it up, and we
get the bulldozers out.
Home, but we can't stay here.
Guys, man.
We're at an hour and 55. We've unboxed.
We can wrap
stuff. We talked about
that wrap-up music playing, eh?
I think, closing time is about to come on. The lights are going to come on. Do
some plugs, man. Do some plugs.
Does
everyone know
where Patty? Where if people want to stalk you? Where do they look?
Right here with you for lives every now and then when I get time. But Instagram, captain.colonel.collector.
Greg?
I'm going to try to post some more.
Oh. Greg, if people want to see your fantastic photography, where can they see it?
Instagram, Tor Nerd, TikTok. I just clicked over 100 videos behind the scenes, which I can't believe.
Wow.
And that's at Tora Pics, is with no K, it's PICS, and of course throughout all our forums.
Greg, what's Tora? Like, you have Tora in a lot of things. Is that like, where does that come from?
Tora Radarok is the ancient Scottish version of Shaw. So it's shortened it down just to Tora Doc for all my ornaments.
Awesome.
Right on.
Tora is tiger in Japanese. I didn't know if it was related to that. And now I know that it's not.
Tora, just like the movie says.
Eddie and his toys, where can people find you?
Yeah, I post daily. If you want to see mediocre content, I'm on Instagram.
Your stuff's awesome, dude.
Oh, thanks, guys.
It
Thanks.
could be better, to be honest.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Hard to
Pow,
go
right in the
daily,
kisser.
man. It's like a.
And if you're
yeah,
ever
but,
near a Korean barbecue,
live
stop
streams?
in, they might be there.
Yeah. That's my specialty, Korean barbecue and restaurants. Okay, guys. But yeah, I'm on Instagram, Eddie and his toys. You guys see me every day at 8:45 exactly. And yeah, and I'm put a random reel on. You know how it is.
Always good, always good.
Ray?
Yeah, Figgy Smalls. You kind of, my account's kind of chilled for a minute, right? I don't know if you guys know, but I kind of dragged my family and moved them to Greg's neck of the woods. We're finally moving in tomorrow. We've been doing a lot of construction, so this is actually my mom's house. Like, she had a bunch of stuff over here. That's in the closet now, and I put my figures up here. So that's where we've been staying. But we're hopefully, and I got to set up the basement and have something kind of. I don't want to move anymore. So after that, we can get back to doing lives like this. It's been a while. When was the last one we did? It was like what?
Years.
Not even February. Before New Year's.
Last winter, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
It was we did one for wave 1 of
Yeah.
Action Force.
Oh yes.
And we did
That was way back.
and
Holy.
I think we did one for Mythic Legions for something as well, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
We should do this more, man.
Yeah. No,
I'll
yeah,
cancel
but that's the thing,
reservations.
guys.
I'll cancel the
I'm here every
reservations.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like, you got Adam. He had a son, right? So like a lot of things like that, you know, just life happens and all that stuff. But like, it's nice to always kind of jump back in and be welcomed, hopefully, with open arms and all that's good stuff, right? Because this is it's like a passion. It's a lifelong thing, and it's good times. The toys, as you can see, they're always going to be overflowing, and you just trying to, you know, deke your way, trying to collect things. But it's always good. It's good to be back, kind of, not really.
But the one thing I have to say is that, you know, that you guys, like, you know, I see your posts, you know, obviously, you know, you see the posts with the toys, the awesome shots and gyros, and this looks great. But the fact, too, you also mix in all the stuff with the family, you know, like, you know, you guys all seem like awesome dads, and having just, you know, supporting your families and all this. The fact that you're able to blend them all, hats off to you. It's really amazing. It's like a real joy to see, like, you know, that the passion of the toys and the passion of the family can exist in the same space. So yeah.
Right on, man. Thanks so much, man.
No, I mean, that means a lot. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
It's
And on
been
that
real,
note-
boys.
Take care.
I'll say it again. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do another
5
video.
p.m.
We're gonna get into other lines, and that should be fun too. I do these on Saturday nights, kind of every other Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoons is highly articulated. We do a little bit of everything. It tends to be Joe heavy, Mythic Legions, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Yeah, it's fun. If you guys want to check that out, by all means do. If you enjoyed this video and you're watching it on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the dislike if you can't believe that you spent 2 hours listening to us. Leave a nasty comment down below. Believe it or not, it all helps. The
algorithm.
The algorithms don't care if you hate us.
Look at his face. You just want to punch it. Punch his face.
And a big thank to Mike for showing up too, man.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Mr. Wilson.
Yo, I had
Thank
to
you.
jump on when I saw his face. I'm like, yo, we just shoved the kid in the bedroom, and I'm like,
I hope he's okay. He looks like he was running from a grizzly bear or something. But
You know what's great is that last shot of him with just the face lit up. I'm like, if he starts singing Bohemian Rhapsody, my night is made. Like,
Last but not least, I will say no thanks to Johnny for not showing up. He was supposed to bring the ice cream tonight, but he blew it. So
yeah.
thank you guys. It's been a ton of fun. Same time next week.
Sure.
sweet. Hey, how do I exit?
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.